What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Man, the more I see my man Brian Norman Jr., the more I like him. I mean, I didn't know too much about him up until maybe 2 years ago, and two maybe 3 years ago, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticing this, but it just seemed to me like ever since he won the championship, he's fought a lot better. I mean, it just seemed like he's a lot more focused, a lot more driven, and like I said, he's looked a lot better since he got that title. And if you ask my opinion, just like the incident that happened in New York recently, Brian Norman Jr. is the one who act like he been here before, and Devin is kind of somewhat out of character when you step to a dude like you want to fight, then have your bodyguard jump in and get in the middle of it when you the one that initiated the whole confrontation. It's making me think they might be a little nervous, him and Bill. Maybe I'm wrong, but hell, it almost made me think they was trying to get out of the fight, because what this big motherfucker got his hands on Brian Norman Jr. for, when Devin Haney the one that came to him like he wanted to get busy. That was a real that was some sucker shit right there. If you ask my opinion, you know, you ain't had to get all up in that man's face, woofing and stepping to him like you want to put some hands on him. And then when it looked like it might be finna get a little real, your bodyguard jump in. Hey man, I mean, ain't nothing tough about that. Ain't nothing cool about that. That do not make you look like a true champion. Make him look like a WWE, WWF performer. Like you out here staging fake drama. And I hope Brian Norman and the Normans don't play into this kind of shit. Stay being real. Don't fall up into the fugazi and start trying to treat our fans like we wrestling fans who like to see a bunch of fake corny shit. Now if you popping it like that and for real trying to step to him, but don't come out here and make a scene and then have your bodyguard jump in. That to me, that was real bush league. And what if Brian Norman would have got hurt or injured a shoulder or anything wrestling with that big motherfucker, and now the fight don't go on? That don't make no sense right there. That's why I say make me think somebody feet might be a little cold. And Brian Norman Jr. is at an all-time high, like with confidence. Confidence is a big is very important when we talking about going to that fight and on that next level. You need to believe in yourself more so than anything. You need to believe that you better than this next man, or that you can do whatever you got to do to win this fight. And if you ask me, once again, Brian Norman is the one acting like he been here before, and Devin acting like a little bit like it's his first time around the block, coming out there with that, like I say, with that fake phony shit. You know damn well you wasn't trying to get busy out there. So what you swelling all up and getting all up in dude's face, knowing you ain't finna throw no hands right now, knowing that you finna get your bodyguard to jump in. That shit weak right there. That made him look weak. You ask me. You know, you once it got real, Devin didn't even act like he wanted no smoke no more. It was all Brian Norman Jr. for the most part, his father and the bodyguard. You see, Bill, he way in the back, he behind the bodyguard. Maybe Bill did that because Brian Norman Sr. kind of checked him over the phone, and he know he can't step to him with no hands. Brian Norman Sr. he used to box. So it just make me, like I say, man, we gotta do something. I don't want boxing to turn into professional wrestling. And that's what they used to do in wrestling. Stage fake confrontation and, phony shit like that. You know, the norm has been keeping it real. I hope they stay keeping it real and don't fall off into the buffoonery and this play acting. because that was play acting. If you ask me, what Devin did out there, you ain't really want no smoke. So why you act like you want smoke? Either you real or you fake. And that was some fake shit that I saw on this video recently. So from where I'm sitting at, that give me more. I even got more confidence that Brian Norman Jr. gonna win this fight because I can look in his eyes. I don't see no nervousness. I don't see him trying to put on and be nobody but who he always been. And Devin trying to act a little different. You're not gonna be able to convince nobody that you a tough guy when you come out here and talk shit and let your bodyguard do the real work. That to me that shit look bad. Look like you woofed up and tried. It just looked to me like you tried to get the man injured or something so you can get out of this fight. I think Devin get knocked out. I really do. I see him going. I see him on his back in this fight. I think he might have a little success in the early rounds, but I think Brian Norman Sr. gonna show his son how to cut that ring off and step up in there and put them big shots on him. And uh, Brian Norman Jr. got a good left hook, and we already seen Devin don't like that left hook. And I think Brian Norman hit a lot harder than Ryan Garcia. So I'm looking for Devin to go to sleep in this one. Definitely now, after he pulled that WWE goofy shit out there in the streets in New York, that was really, really, really bush league, if you ask me. So we're gonna see what happens when they fight, but if you, I'm 10 times more sure that Brian Norman Jr. gonna step in there and handle his business against Devin, because Devin is the one doing the weirdo shit. Like I said, I'd rather for them two to been pushing and shoving than for Devin to step up there and jump up in that man's face, and then when it get ready to get real, step back and let his bodyguard step in. That's some boy, that's ain't don't nothing that ain't nothing tough, ain't nothing to that but some bullshit. And once again, we want boxing. We do not want this WWF bullshit. So we gotta get it. All of the foolery and the buffoonery, all these fugazi fake motherfuckers, we gotta get them out the sport. So I hope we start in that fight with Brian Norman Jr. and he step on Devin neck and either, tighten up or pack up. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.